sometimes it's raining and the chores still have to get done. So we'll get through this together. So what we'll do is fill up the feed buckets while we got a break, and then we'll feed the chickens, collect the dead. Got this lock on here so no critters or kids. Fill this bad boy up real quick. It's just over 25 pounds in each bucket. That's how we keep track of our feed conversion. Is we weighed a full bucket. Weighed a full bucket. Locks back. And now we know. So we just keep a tally of, what we do is we keep a tally of how many buckets we feed every day. And then at the end of each batch, I do the math to figure out how many total pounds or approximate total pounds of feed we went through to figure out cost and conversion of pounds of feed per pound of chicken. And now we have our 4 buckets, and we'll go ahead and start to feed these birds and collect any dead. I already picked up one, threw it out. It's pretty common. You lose up to 5% in the first few days. I think we've lost maybe a dozen so far, and they're on their second week, over 2 weeks old, around 2 weeks old, something like that. So 10 days old, that's what it is. They're 10 days old, and we've only lost about a dozen, so that's not too bad. Still have room. After I'm done with the chicken chores, what I do is I walk right in here to our shipping department. It's after I have a fresh set of shoes on, of course. I'm all cleaned up. This is our shipping department. It's coming along. Still has a lot of work to be done. Still coming up with some systems for this. So, all right, so time is, we're late this morning. It's 9:30 a.m. Usually I'm up a little earlier, 9:30 a.m. Now let's check the temperature in here, make sure we're good. Just shut off, which is normal. So here we're at about 5 degrees, which is good. And then I'll always grab some meat, make sure it's frozen, and we're good there. Turn off the light. About 5 degrees, which is on track with what we got going on here. And that's all it is. Morning chores are done, at least as far as the broilers go. That's all we gotta do. So, on to the next task. So first things first, what we gotta do is feed the doggies, our guard dogs, since they're always outside. We feed them in the morning and we feed them at night. And now that we started processing some chicken, I keep the livers, the hearts, and the necks, and I give them that as part of like a raw diet type thing, and save some money on some food. So what we usually do is, whenever we have chickens on pasture and the chicken shelters, the schooners are right behind me, this is actually on a pallet. So I use the tractor, I've got a fork on it, and I come in and I move it around as we move the chicken schooners through the pasture so that the dogs can be closer to where the chickens are. So gotta keep the feed for the layer chickens, because we buy it by the bag right now, since we only have 14 layer chickens and 1 rooster. I buy it by the bag because we get organic feed, certified organic feed for our layer chickens. And then of course they're out on pasture and they rotate and stuff out there. But in case you were curious, this is what powers our electric poultry netting, and I move it from one side to the other. Right now that's their chicken coop over there. It came with the property, but eventually what we're going to do is move them on pasture, actually, in like a circular form. I just need to build a mobile chicken coop for that, which is another project coming up. But for now, they'll be all right here. I do need to move them because the grass is getting too long and that has a tendency to, that shorts out the fence. It brings that power down a little bit too low. So I think that will be something I do tomorrow or the next day. We'll move them over here to this fresh grass. New insects, new area to roam. Morning chores are done. I'm excited about that. Now it's on to the next thing. So I've got to mow 8 to 10 acres today, and then after that I need to run into town, and town's like 30 minutes away. I'll probably go to like True Value in Willow Springs, and that's about 30-45 minutes away. I gotta get some lugs for my tractor. I think I have one in my pocket actually, yeah. So these lugs keep falling out on my tractor wheel. So I've got to go buy some more and maybe get some Loctite on there because they just keep coming undone, and I've lost a few, and that'll cause damage to your tractor if you don't catch it quickly. So before I can use my tractor to prep the pig area, I need to go get more of these and fix that wheel, and then I can hopefully fit in mowing in there as well. So,
you know, so supposedly there's a cute little cafe in Willow Springs, which are few and far in between around these parts. It's hard to find good food. But when you do, it is heaven.
of course, every time I come, they're always out of the hose I need. What do you think, Hayes?
Willow Springs True Value did not turn out to have anything we needed.
Nope.
Oh goodness. Now we are driving 30 minutes in another direction, which is still 30 minutes from our house another way. So just for a lug
and lug nuts. That's it.
So that is.
It's an all-day trip anytime you have to go to town for something. So if you're working on something, you got to really plan it out and try to get everything you need the first time, because making trips back and forth will extend your project from an hour-long project to a 1 or 2 day project.
Also, just we're out here in the middle of nowhere, and there's not as much competition, there's not as much option, so
prices are higher out here.
Prices, yeah. So things are expensive, and they're hard to come by. Going out for a lug nut can turn into a whole day adventure, but we're just gonna make the best of it. That's part of being out here, is time is slower, so we're all together. We got to eat a little lunch. The True Value was nice.
All right, so here's what I have going on. I've got the tractor behind me. I only have about an hour before it starts raining, so hopefully I can get this knocked out. We've got our lugs after 2 different towns and 4 to 5 different stores. We got some Loctite with the blue so that we can actually get them off. And I've got all my replacement lugs and lug nuts. So now I got to put all these on, and then we'll be operational again, which I'm excited about because that allows me to brush hog and clear out our pig pen area, our pig enclosure we're going to be working on this week as well. Just got one of these that's giving me trouble now. I can't get the lug in there all the way, and now the lug's stuck. Can't get it to move. Now I think I messed up the thread, so now I'm in a pickle. That lug is not, there's a lug that is not going in all the way. I don't know if you can see it. There's a lug that is not going in all the way. All right, that's a wrap. I just finished the tractor project. We got our chores done for the day, and I'm gonna have to hold off again on mowing because the rain is not gonna hold up. It's about to start torrential downpours any minute now. So, but that's a wrap. I'm gonna have some more work ahead of me because one of the lugs didn't go all the way in, but that's a project for another day. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you like our stuff.